I that appears in the human child. Suppose the tiger had developed this I. When your neurologist tells you, you and I won't be here to tell the story. That tiger will be all powerful. So this I has a tremendous power. Now comes how to develop it, how to have it. That's the biggest subject of education. So today's biology and psychology deals with the subject from their own point of view. There are two words in English, individual and person, individuality and personality. Now, this I remains an individual for the first few years, 3-4 years. It cannot deal with others. It cannot feel one with others. It is slowly growing. The first education of the baby is encouraging his I to develop. That's why if the baby makes a sound, you clap your hands. Very happy. You are now developing your I. We strengthen the I of the baby by constant encouragement, whatever it does. That is the first education. Its individuality must grow. Till now, it had no physical individuality. It was part of his mother's womb. Now he has got a physical individuality. Now a psychic individuality is the I that is developing within the baby. Up to the age of 5, this individuality will remain more or less confined within this body system, but it is developing. What is the next stage? That is the most wonderful thing you must remember. This baby has to live with other people in society. That means this I must grow a little into something higher. That higher growth is what makes for personality. He has become a person and not mere individual. Usually in English, when you speak, these two words are used, they call interchangeably. Personality, individuality, like that. But precise meanings are being given to these words by biologists like Sir Julian Huxley. So, individuality must grow into personality. How can it happen? When the individual is able to feel one with another individual, then slowly it is developing personality. Otherwise, it is confined within its own body. I cannot deal with others friendly. I only deal with myself. That's called a selfish individual, and that person is a nuisance to himself and to others also. A human being must grow beyond that individuality. At individuality level, it is the body that controls the Atman that is within, under complete body control. Shri Ramakrishna tells a parable. A father brought 2 beautiful mangoes from the market, and his 2 sons, he gave each one a mango. The elder son, very clever, he was an individualist. He took the mango, went to his room, closed the door, and ate the mango, wiped his face, and came out. Second boy found the mango very fine, immediately rushed to the courtyard, shared it with other children there. Here you can see the 2 stages of individuality and personality. Second child has become a person. First child is still an individual. He doesn't have place for other people. It's a wonderful idea. So, growth from individuality to personality is a spiritual growth. This itself is a spiritual focus in the baby. Individuality is the first. So the first lesson is how to strengthen individuality. The second lesson is how to transform it into personality. That comes only by recognizing other people, trying to live happily with them. And so, Julian Huxley gives a beautiful definition to this word personality. Persons are individuals who transcend their mere organic individuality in conscious, social, participation. See, wonderful language. Conscious social participation. When children can participate in each other for games, for everything, that means there are personalities developing there. Otherwise, they will be merely individual. And so, when two individuals deal with each other, they will be like two billiard balls, says Bertrand Russell, the British thinker. Two billiard balls only can collide against each other. They don't know how to enter into each other. They collide all the time. So that is called individuality. The personality, they are able to enter into each other, feel one with others. That means they have gone beyond this organic limitation. So organic, this is made of genetic matter, genes. Genes are essentially selfish. There's an English book by a British biologist, Richard Dawkins. The title is The Selfish Gene. The selfish gene will make you selfish. Live at the individual level, never grow beyond it. Whenever you find in India too many evils coming out of a person, know for certain he is just an individual and he is completely controlled by his genetic system. I give an example, and you read in the newspaper. A young man married a good girl, got a big dowry, and he was not satisfied. And he burned that girl to get another dowry. Now, what is the psychology behind it? You'll find that individuality, simply genetic dominance, nothing more. He has not grown beyond that individuality level. So here is the two types of development, individuality. Now, this is modern language. I'm now going to use Shri Ramakrishna's language on this subject. It's a beautiful idea. Shri Ramakrishna says, first you begin with Kacha Ami. Ami is a word for I in Bengali. Ami. Amitra. The Kacha Ami is unripe I. Always troublesome. But in the early stages of children, it is worthwhile. When a child makes a noise, you appreciate it. You clap hands for it. But if a grown-up fellow does it, you don't like it. So many things are allowed in children. But Kacha Ami must slowly grow into Pakka Ami, ripe I. Ripe I is personality. Can deal with other people, feel happy with others. That's called human development in the true sense of the term. So the Atma Jnana, beginning with the simple individuality focus in a human child, grows into the next development as personality or Pakka Ami. Pakka Ami is what we need in society. In any society, if you want peace of mind, you must have Pakka Ami in people. Personality development in people, not mere individuality. If a husband and wife both are individuals, they will almost every day quarrel. If both are persons, never there will be a problem within the family. That's the nature of this wonderful concept of personality. In our Mysore, when I was in the Ashrama, neighboring house was there upstairs. You could see what is going on there upstairs. His name is Grace and Company. Every evening almost I used to see there. The husband running behind the wife in a big thing, quarreling and fighting going on above. And that was Grace and Company. What a wonderful place it is. So we have seen it happening. Individuality will always collide with other people. Personality will live in peace with all people. So this Kacha Ami grows to Pakka Ami is the beginning of Atma Jnana. Don't think Atma Jnana is only for the sage. That is true. There is a higher level. But the minimum level which average citizen must get so that you become good citizens is you become a Pakka Ami, a ripe personality. That is the concept of individuality and personality. Its further development is what you get by spiritual practice so that you realize the infinite dimension of the Atman. The Atman is one. There are no two Atmans. There cannot be two Atmans. The Atman is pure consciousness. Consciousness has no plural. Consciousness cannot be divided. Like space cannot be divided. You just put four walls. You don't divide space at all. Space doesn't know that it is divided. So consciousness is indivisible. Therefore, this is the one consciousness in you, in me, in all people. This is the Vedantic discovery. So this kind of unity of the Atman, this is what Shankaracharya writes in the last sentence in the introduction to Sutra Bhashya. Ekatma Vidya Pratipattaye Sarve Vedanta Arabhyante. All Vedantas are Upanishads, beginning and end with this concept of unity of the Atman. It's only one Atman in all people. Therefore, this spiritual development which we do through meditation and the spiritual practices is a higher development of the already attained Atma Vidya for a child from Kachami to Pakami. That is the first stage. Therefore, this is human development. This is the purpose of education. If I get education, get a PhD degree, but I remain still a Kachami, a mere individual, I'll be absolutely meaningless. I'll be a troublesome person to the whole nation. But if you develop this spiritual capacity to go beyond this, then it's something wonderful. How do we develop from Kachami to Pakami? How do we develop individuality to personality? One answer Vivekananda has given. That is called service attitude. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve you. You can't serve others unless you become a person. Individuals never serve others. They only want others to serve themselves. So corruption is due to individuality. Personality will not have that corruption. Today India is full of individuals, full of kachamis. So much of corruption, everything is there. The spirit of service is not there. I am sitting on this secretariat chair. That chair has a special significance. Chair at home is rising. Chair in secretariat is quite different. When you sit on it, you have to rise to that occasion. Hundreds of people depend upon you. You have to serve them. With that attitude, if you sit there, you'll be really a blessing to everybody. You have grown spiritually. This is what has happened in our country today. These concepts are very, very practical, very, very educationally most important. Have you become a Pakami? Have you become a person? That question you have to ask. That will come when the spirit of service comes to every human being. Vivekananda said, therefore, Tyaga and Seva are the national ideals of India. Intensify her in those channels, the rest will take care of itself. After this, you can develop into higher Atma-jnana, that infinite Atma. The Upanishads contain plenty of such utterances about Atma-jnana. That is wonderful. But basis, foundation, is this development. Character development is called from Kachami to Pakami, from your individuality to personality. This is a great subject. When I was in Tokyo in 1986, I was staying with our Kothari, our great Karachi friend, Shivji Velji Kothari, whose daughter is there in Jamnagar, Pushpa. He was also there at that time. He arranged a meeting for me, a luncheon meeting. Number of people were invited near the American Embassy, a new building. There they arranged everything. With the lunch, somebody, can you speak on something? Yes, all right. So I spoke. Subject was children, humanity's greatest assets, is the subject. That book has been published by the Bharati Vidya Bhavan. That is my little book, Children, Humanity's Greatest Assets. So this subject we must take interest in it. This is a real education of the human child. Merely getting knowledge in the brain from books taken here and there without entering into our life and character, it has no meaning. So today, this subject must be kept in view, how to become a person from the individual, how to develop Kachami into Pakami. If this happens, India will become very great in every sense of the term. Today we are a big nation full of small people. We want to have a big nation full of big people. That will come through this development of character, this Pakami development. Thank you. Namaskar.